Whatty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's live discussion is going to be for this week's episode of Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, Part 2, The Separation, aka Episode 8, also known as Episode 21, titled The Headless Star. But before I get into this, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons, and because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my Soul Reaper kitty, who's somewhere around here, oh, he's right there, looking out for Quincy, I guess. So we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be for news, analysis, live reactions, or live streams like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to the live reaction. Well, I should have put the link to the live reaction up in there, but I will do it after this live stream is over. I will do that. Hi, kitties. Hi, Soul Reaper kitties. So for how I'm going to do this, because I thought about how I was going to do this. And first off, I was going to originally do this stream at like 2 or 2:30ish, but then I remembered, oh, yeah, I have a fantasy football draft I need to do that I promised I would be there for, because the past couple of years, or past like, I think like 4 or 5 years or something like that, I haven't been there for, either due to me forgetting or due to conventions, because of course they decided to put schedule the draft day around the time I was going to Crunchyroll Expo, so I couldn't go or couldn't be part of it. So I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to be part of the draft this time. So I made sure they scheduled it on Saturday. So yeah, I was not missing that. And God, because I'm in this league with NFL fantasy, NFL Network fantasy football analyst Adam Rank. I've been friends with him for a long time now. And yeah, I forgot how freaking ferocious and cutthroat that league is when it comes to drafting. But yeah, say hi, kitties. Say hi, Soul Reaper kitties. But I figure what I'm going to do for this, unfortunately, if you watch my live reactions, because I'm not going to risk a copyright strike. I've already had copyright strikes for just having manga panels in my thumbnails before. Luckily, I'm not getting it with Rising of the Shield Hero, but with Darwin's Game, it happened like twice in a row. I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna risk it with Darwin's Game no more. But but I think those were the only times I've had to deal with copyright strikes. But Shueisha is freaking ruthless when it comes to these things. I'm lucky that the editor for Chainsaw Man and the editor for like Jump Plus series like Kaiju number 8, they actually watch my content and they like my content. So I don't have issues with them. It's just that like when it comes to stuff like with anime and stuff like that, I'm just not going to risk it. I'm not going to push my luck. Oh God. Yeah, so that's because I've had people giving me shit in my comment section, be like, why aren't you showing the panels? Why aren't you showing the anime? It's like, dude, if I'm not risking a copyright strike. I am struggling enough as it is to pay my rent. I don't need a copyright strike. Am I caught up on One Piece? Dude, I've been covering One Piece since 2016. You could go look at the playlist. I've been caught up on One Piece manga. One Piece anime, I actually watched One Piece anime before I read One Piece manga, and then I just got impatient. I'm like, why am I doing this? It'd be faster for me to read. So ever since I got into One Piece manga, I stopped watching the anime, actually. Nah, I haven't watched the anime in years. I haven't. If people, this is why I tell people to donate, because if you want to give me incentives to watch it, do live reactions for it, gotta donate. Otherwise, I feel like there's no reason for me to do it. In regards to this, though, and this is why I'm doing a live discussion for Bleach, during my Boruto live stream that I did last week, I had a lot of donations going on up in the stream via super chat. Via super chat, and they requested that I do a Bleach live stream. So that's why you're getting one right here. But what I'm going to do for this is I have the anime and the colored edition of the manga side by side. And man, there's a lot to discuss here that I didn't even mention in my anime live reaction because it was already an hour, almost an hour. So I do want to discuss it, and I also do need to mention that I have already been called transphobic for calling Giselle a trap and a guy when that's what Giselle is. So yeah, the trap war has already begun technically. Well, it's been going on for a minute for Giselle. But anyways, let me fix the screen here, make sure it's all good. I gotta make sure I have it side by side correctly. Okay, so the start, what I did like about the start of this week's episode, even though it was content that we saw at the beginning of Core 2, I liked that. I liked it because remember at the beginning of last week's episode, we got the Ichigo content, and we saw how Ichigo was departing from the Soul Palace and going down to rescue everyone. This time with Bach, this is why I liked seeing chapter 565 adapted, and this is without the narration. I thought it was so appropriate here considering what we got here. But at the same time, you can make the argument that it would have been kind of cool to have like that recap in terms of Bach, just to like have the reminder of what Bach is, especially since with what Bach said at the end of the chapter in regards to the souls of the Sturmritter coming back to him. I think that would have been really nice to have. I mean, you have the goddamn content. Why not just have the freaking dialogue, which has been the story of this freaking core in terms of issues. Oh my God, I freaking hate it. It's been driving me nuts where you have the content there, but you don't have the dialogue and it leaves like an awkward silence. It's just, oh God, it just, I don't know why that's happening. It's the most annoying thing ever. But the content I'm talking about in particular, in terms of the start of the episode, is where I'm just looking at the dialogue to make sure if it would have been fine with the narration or not. You can make the argument that it didn't need it. Here's my thing. If you would have had this narration at the beginning of the core, when we got the full sequence, I think it would have worked better, at least for me. And then I wouldn't be like so hesitant and second guessing if we needed this the narration here. I know we got the narration in the core already, like in the episode where Hashawalt talked about it, but God, like I just think it would have been so much better at the beginning of the core. Oh, it just would have been better in terms of like introducing Bach. Oh, thank you, Sway Shocks. But anyways, but God, the thing is that I wanted to really go into, especially in terms of the first part of this episode, is the freaking soundtrack. Oh my God. Because something that was bugging me last week was with the soundtrack with Kenpachi in particular, because they were trying to give him like this weird, more heroic sounding soundtrack with like this violin. I'm like, why? No, you need to give him that brass, that bass, that deep sound like this. Why are you giving him this shit with the violin? It drove me nuts. I hated it. But God, this animation sequence is so gorgeous. Oh my God, there we go. Oh, and then, we have the scene with Mama holding Bach. Yeah, this was so beautiful. This is just, I love this sequence so much. Oh, and seeing Bach grow up. And then the thing that I really loved, especially with this sequence, as when Bach says, thanks to all who those who have died, and that transition from, young Bach to adult Bach, and that art animation style. It's so beautiful. But the problem I had, and I said this in my video, is that that Bach don't look like himself. He hasn't looked like himself from the beginning. It's just been so annoying. Like, wow. I know I've gotten shit for it too, where I said I don't like how Bach looks in the anime, but he don't look like himself. It's a combination of like the jawline is not looking right, the cheeks aren't sunken in enough. The cheekbones aren't as pronounced as they should be. So like, let me pull the image up because it will make me feel better if I have the image up here. Yeah, the cheekbones aren't as pronounced as they should be. And there's like skin like sagging from his face. It's like, no, it looks wrong. It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. But something I do like in terms of the start of this episode compared to last week is I like the placement of the opening song. Last week I could not stand the placement of the opening song. It drove me crazy. But I do like that Uryu is here at the beginning of this episode. I do like that. Then we get to this after the opening song, we get to where we left off from last week's episode in chapter 579. Let me get the specific page number. God. Chapter 579 was so mixed. But what was skipped though was the peanut gallery from Kenpachi's division saying this, and I mentioned this in my live reaction, which is the stone fortress fell apart. The Ryatsu vibrations have stopped too. Captain Zaraki's battle is over. Oh, right now we meet up with him, and he won't get angry that we're in the way. Hurry it up! We have to meet up with the captain. Yeah, get out of our way, quickly! We'll slaughter you. Like, why would you not have this? Like, I would have loved if that's how if the episode, like after the opening song, would have started with that instead of just like the shot of the brain, because that's what we saw at the end of last week's episode. I would have been so fine with that. I just am kind of annoyed that we didn't get the comedy here. But now looking at it even more closely, like Kenpachi, you can make the argument that Kenpachi looks okay here, but Kenpachi is supposed to be basically shirtless here, and he still has some cloth on his body. Why does he have some fabric on his body still? His body's he's supposed to be like shirtless at this point. Meh. It's little details like that bug me. But anyways, let's see. Well, at least he's coughing up blood. And the hair looks kind of funky too. But that's the story of Kenpachi up in this anime. Is Kenpachi's hairline has always been jacked up to hell. But at least we got blood. But I swear to God, that's another thing that's been really bugging me with this. With Thousand Year Blood War. Is the Japanese broadcast regulations are just all over the place when it comes to blood. Like sometimes they're like, oh, we can't have blood here because Japanese broadcast regulations, but like other parts of the anime, it's like, oh, it's okay. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Let's see. Dialogue is good here. And then there's the stuff with Yachiro. Oh God, when we get to that Bankai. Oh, when we get to Kenpachi's Bankai, it is going to be freaking amazing. Where's the part that really pissed me off? Oh, now I remember. Okay, the scene change for the Bambis in terms of their entrance. I hated this. I hated that they went out of order for this. It made, at least for me, and I said this in my live reaction, it made the episode feel a little disjointed. Because in the manga, how you have it is you have, after, of course, you have Candace unleash the lightning on the squad. She says, Oh, how lucky. It's so easy to take out these morons when they're all gathered in one place. And then you see the Bambis come together, and then you have the attack go on at once. But instead they changed it to where you have the electric attack go on and from Candace, and then see the Bambis do their thing and introduce the Bambis. I don't like how it was changed. No, you should have just kept it in the same order as the manga. It works so well. This bugged the hell out of me. But anyways, let's see. Let me get to where it was here, where it went to in the anime, where it jumped to. Okay, so where it jumped to in the anime, it jumped to page 8 of chapter 580's adaptation of the manga. With oh my god, I keep saying Latoto's attack, which goddamn Latato, the attack was great. Oh my god, where this was in particular, and Latoto's attack, or Latoto's voice, it was okay. Latoto's voice is okay still. I'm kind of torn on it. But the 4-minute mark in particular, oh my god, it looked just like the panel. I was so happy with it. Oh my god, it looked good. The mouth looked fantastic. The remains of the Shinigami that it took a bite out of, oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. But the problem I had, though, was when she said there, you see, she didn't have the smile on her face. I was like, why? Why are you making her look so serious? No! You're taking it way too seriously. That's a huge bother here. That sucks. I'm not happy with that. But goddamn, this blue, I said in my live reaction, I keep saying it every week, and I will stick to it. That blue is just so pretty. Thank God for this blue. Kitty, what are you doing? Why aren't you over here helping me? Are you fighting Quincy somewhere, kitties? You fighting the Sternritter, kitties? Kitty just looking at me funny now. But anyways, let's keep going here. I want to get to... Okay, so this is where I had an issue here. And it bugged me. It really bugged me. Was Menina's. Oh my god, Menina's eyes looked so bad. Oh my god, it looked bad. Let me have the exact mark here because it will piss me off. It was in the close-up. Well, first of all, she's looking stiff when like at the 4-minute, like 14-15 second mark. When she's, telling when she's saying your captain is already dead, like she looks so stiff. She should have been leaning forward a little bit more. But God, you could see it here too as well. But God, at the 4-minute 18-second mark, if you look at it side by side, her eyes are way too big. But not only that, they're way too close together. Oh my God, it drove me nuts. And also the nose is way too small. The page that it's adapting, let me pull up the page here. It's page 12 of chapter 580. Oh my God, it's so bad. Like, it's not, but the thing is though, and this is what frustrates me even more, it's not like this the entire episode. No, I think it's just mainly here where it's like this, where Menina's eyes are way too big and way too close together, and her nose is too small. I don't. It drove me nuts. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you do this, Perry? Why'd you do this to her? Oh my God, it's so ugly, so freaking ugly. Oh my God. And then we get to our favorite trap. Our favorite trap. Oh, and yes, as I said, I've been called transphobic already. But you can't handle the trap truth if you're going to call me transphobic. Giselle is a trap. He used Boku in this episode. We heard him say Boku multiple times throughout this episode. And for those that are in denial about this, but what Boku is, and first of all, they're using the freaking fan wiki site, the English fan wiki site. Mofo, the fan wiki site is the same as the One Piece fan wiki site that tried to make Yamato a trans man. It is not credible. Stop saying that shit. Kubo has said that Giselle is a guy. He's not trans. He's a trap. And oh my God, I have to mention this too because I couldn't believe this. This is an argument that I know we're going to be seeing a lot. Is that that means biologically he's a male. That doesn't mean that Giselle's not a trans man. Whoa, traps just like to dress up like girls, man. They don't want to be. They're not trans unless it's specified otherwise. Giselle not trans. Kubo has said it. He's not trans. Leave him alone. Leave our trap alone. Everyone in the Bleach fandom, everyone that is a Bleach fan, a hardcore Bleach fan, that's been a fan of the manga during its serialization, they will all tell you the same thing, that Giselle is a trap. Giselle is not trans. And people that know anyone that knows the Japanese language will tell you what the word would be for trans. It's definitely not Boku. Boku is not it. And then there's for tomboy, by the way, it's Bakoku. And Giselle is definitely not a Bakoku. But anyways, I had to get that off my chest because God damn it, I'm so tired of this stupidity. Just let the traps be traps. And also, I had to deal with this shit with the I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl fuckery when the mangaka was pissed when the motherfuckers at Seven Seas tried to turn her trap Hyura into a trans girl when that's not what they wrote. No. So take it personally when these motherfuckers try to do it because the authors don't like it. And same with the ReZero author. They had to tell these dumbasses off too. They're just a bunch of dumbass tourists. I swear, they piss me off. If you don't believe me, look at what happened with Bridget and Guilty Gear. That should be more proof enough. Buddy, Bena, or I should say, Hotep Sarais. You caught me at the end of a tangent. Oh God, because we just got to the Giselle content, but I had to mention it specifically because Giselle did say Boku in this episode lots of times. But anyways, God, Giselle was so cute. Okay, with this camera angle though, this pissed me off at the 4-minute 26 second mark, and this has been the story of this anime period. Where when characters are talking, the camera angle is like zoomed out on the person talking, or is like in like the complete opposite angle, or like to the side, or like in the weirdest angle from the character that's talking. It's just the weirdest thing. Yeah, I agree. It's the lack of understanding of the Japanese language for the most part. Well, it's not just, some of them just refuse to understand the Japanese language. It's not just the lack of understanding, it's the refusal to understand the Japanese language because they are looking for trans rep. They are. I'm telling you, the Bridget situation revealed the toxicity that is toxic Reddit egg culture, where they believe any gender non-conforming character or a gender non-conforming person is a trans person in the closet. It is the most absolute disgusting thing I have ever seen. And Bridget brought it out of the closet. It's so gross. Oh my God, it's gross. But God, I'm telling you, Bleach fans, the One Piece fandom had to do this shit with Yamato, and they shut them up. We shut up the trans Yamato stands, and Oda technically shut them up too with the female color spread. But I'm telling you, Kumo technically shut them up too, not too long ago. But I'm telling you, we as the Bleach fandom need to shut these mofos up, or they're not going to stop. I really do not want to see Kubo bullied off of Twitter again. I really don't. The last time it was over, if I remember correctly, it was over shipping, which was stupid. Don't bully Kubo. Don't do that. Don't do that again. Seriously. Don't let a bunch of tourists bully Kubo over something so stupid. Oh my god. But I do love Giselle's Seiryu. Giselle's Seiryu is good. But will say this in regards to Giselle's design. It's almost perfect. It's almost there. My main issue is with Giselle's design is the bangs are not on one side, on the left side, are not fully covering his eyebrow. Because if you look at the manga, like one eyebrow is exposed and then the other one is covered. So yeah, the bangs are just a little bit screwed up. Yeah, because part of the bangs are like really weird. I don't like how the bangs are looking. And the other part is the antenna-like hair. You know what I mean? It's too thin. There's not enough. That's my only issue. The eyes are so perfect. I love Giselle's eyes so much. I wish there were more expression. They were utilized for more of the cartoon-like expressions that Kubo does in the manga. But other than that, like Giselle is perfection. I'm so happy with how Giselle looks in the anime otherwise. With Burn the Witch, I covered the manga. You could go look at my playlist. I cover Burn the Witch. Yeah, I love watching my Twitter replies. Dude, you should see the fuckery I did with Yamato. I'm telling you, I said in my Yamato Twitter thread, I said, watch Bleach fans, they're gonna come after Giselle. I knew they were gonna come for them. Knew it. But anyways. Oh, okay. The other thing, again, this is why I said that the Japanese broadcast regulations are really weird in terms of blood, because again, where is it? Let me get the actual thing here. I'm gonna get the mark. Like we see, like at the 4-minute 43-second mark, we have the blood like splurting out of Giselle's body. But like at the 4-minute 49-second mark, where the blood is supposed to be, like if you look at the manga, it's supposed to be continuously like splashing out of Giselle's body. It's not. It's really annoying. Like, come on, man, you were so close. Oh, and actually, Giselle's hair does look better here. The bangs do, but. God, oh, you're so close. Giselle's mouth looks so good here too. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god. God, Giselle is so cute. He's the best boy. He is. He's like the best boy. Oh my god, the facial expression at the 5-minute mark. Oh, so cute. I need more. These cute facial expressions. I don't know why we didn't get them at a certain point. We'll get to it when I talk about it in the episode. But like, his expression is so cute. Oh my god, he was so cute. Yeah. Well, at the beginning of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, they did have the limbs blow up at the beginning of the first core they did. But like, they decided to censor it a little bit because they got to deal with the Japanese broadcast regulations. It's a combination of that, and from what my Aniplex insider has told me before, is that because I'm friends with an working Aniplex director. He's so freaking awesome for telling me this shit. I can't tell you everything, but it's a combination of the Japanese broadcast regulations and wanting to sell more Blu-rays, which unfortunately Viz doesn't give the good shit. If you want to get the good Bleach footage, you have to get the Japanese release of the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Blu-rays. Because as if you look at James Hansen's Twitter, he posted like the difference between the Viz Blu-ray release and the Japanese Blu-ray release for Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, and it is such a huge difference in quality. So yeah, if you're gonna get a release, if you're gonna get any Blu-ray release, you got to get the Japanese one if you want the good quality. As for Bleach, I'm telling you, there I was so disappointed. So disappointed Viz is well, you know what? I'm not surprised that Viz is doing it considering their lack of quality control in manga right now. Oh god, the lack of quality control frustrates me. Well, don't get me started on that shit. God, I love Giselle. How great Giselle looks. Okay, but anyways, then we get to Candace, which is back at the beginning of chapter 580. Candace, oh, I love how Candace is very inconsistent in terms of the art animation. Because like here at the 5 minute 16-second mark, and I want to know if I'm the only one that thought this, but Candace, especially compared to the panel, looked way too thin in the torso. Way too thin. It need because in the manga, you don't see like the V going into the hip, and in the manga, in the manga you don't have that V. It's just the torso with the line, for the muscle, and then you got a little bit of thickness going on in the thighs. I kind of want to say you could make the thighs a little bit thicker for Candace as well in the anime. I kind of want a little bit more side boobage too. But well, let's see. But other than that, Candace looks really good. I'm not too mad at Candace's design. Other than I think they make it, her, at least here anyway, a little bit too thin for my liking, which is surprising because usually like thing I love that skinny is great, but the way Candace looks in the manga, she looks great the way she does. They didn't need to do anything different. God, I love how Candace looks. When Charlotte of all people was calling out Giselle for being a dude. Well, Giselle. We know Gigi is a dude. Well, Giselle actually used Boku throughout this episode. Like that in itself, within itself, should indicate that Giselle is a guy. We know that Giselle is a guy. If that doesn't tell you that Giselle is saying that he is a guy, I don't know what will. Yeah. I was saying earlier, I was getting called transphobic. I got called transphobic already by people. By saying, "Oh, Giselle's a trans." Someone pulled up the fan wiki too, the fan wiki that has gotten manipulated by trans activists, saying that Giselle is a trans woman. I was like, "Oh, Kubo made it clear Giselle is a guy." And then James Hansen confirmed, I think it was yesterday, because he watched the episode. He is sneaky. He gets the episodes early. He said that there's a lot of Boku up in. Giselle says Boku a lot up in this episode. I was like, oh, thank God, thank God. But yeah, the moment I heard Giselle say Boku up in this episode, I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God, because now those mofos that you tried to use the Boku argument against us for Yamato, oh, we get to use that logic against them. Great. And then after the whole thing with Candace, it jumps back to the end of 579. I do not like how this. I'm curious if anyone else thought that this part where it was the onslaught of of Kenpachi from the Bambi's, and the Bambi's introductions and stuff like that felt disjointed. It drove me freaking crazy. I did not like how disjointed it felt. Oh, but the side boobage of Candace. Yes. Oh, I love getting side boob. Candace looks better in this shot too compared to what she did like less than a minute ago. Yeah, nah, not everyone thought she was a chick. Psycho Taurus, One Piece Taurus, in the One Piece fandom, thought that Yamato was a trans man. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. And even the English dub voice actress, I'm trying to, because the voice actor is or actress non-binary, so I'm trying to not be as I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. Yeah, they called her a dude. I covered that for Abounding as well. And that started a whole bunch of shit. And I was just so annoyed by it. I was just like, no, don't do that. We just had this shit settled. Ugh. But yeah, they mofos that were getting all pissy in the Western One Piece fandom when Oda settled it once and for all. That with the color spread, and some were threatening Oda's life. It was just freaking ridiculous. But yeah, we got to deal with the Giselle discourse, especially next week is a recap episode, but the week after, it's either going to be the week after, or it's going to be within the next couple of weeks or next couple of episodes after post recap, where we're going to get Yumachika calling her calling Giselle a trap. Woo! It's going to be amazing. Oh, do I want to? Oh, them whooping Kenpachi's ass was amazing, but I want to get we got to get to Ichigo coming in here, but I do want to mention this too before Ichigo comes into the rescue. I got to mention. I do have to mention this to boot, because there was a lot of content skipped because I didn't get to mention that in my live reaction. Okay. So in terms of like when Kenpachi is like lying there like dying, I did like the echo effect that we're hearing the Bambi's like talking about like rock, paper, scissors. I thought that was great. But I'm gonna make sure I have the other thing I needed. I don't know why I keep forgetting to put this here in front of me. But there was a lot of content skipped this episode. I'm hoping it will be there next week, or not next week because it's a recap, but the week after. But I doubt it will be. It's very frustrating. It probably won't. And this is what I mean when I said I've said it at the beginning of my live reaction. I said it here too. Something that frustrates me is that I'm here for the filler, but I don't like it when we're sacrificing filler for canon content. I hate it. It drives me nuts. Where is it? Where is what I needed here? No, it's not here. Damn it. Wait, hold on a second. I know what to do here in this situation. No, not you. I know. Here we go. Okay, so at the start of chapter 581, this content was skipped with Marchio. And Marchio says this with this little, he's going up against Stormritter. Look, if only the captain was conscious, I could, because he has his captain, his sister, on top of him. Soifang and his sister on top of carrying him. Ugh, if only the captain was conscious, I could make short work of these measly minions. What's this? You came all this way carrying your captain and your sister too? Pretty inspiring stuff. Yeah, and then lo and behold, we have Shinji here as well. I think that's Yuki, right? Yeah. Don't worry, we would have helped you out even if we weren't impressed. Why did you cut this episode? Captain Hirako. Momo, yeah, that's Momo. Duh. God, my memory sucks. Momo, you go treat Suifan Chang, oh my god, Suifan Chan's wounds. Yes, Captain. This is all skipped. This is all skipped. You folks were planning on going and helping out Zaraki and all, right? In a state like that. Wait, in a state like that. You don't look in such a great state yourself, Captain Hirako. Well, yeah, Momo may be a proper honor student, but that don't mean her healing's on the same level as the 4th division. Why would you freaking skip this? Why? I know we got the good shit with the freaking magical girls. I know, but still. It's not fair. Anyway, you got it wrong. I ain't saying you shouldn't go. I'm saying you gotta go no matter how beat up you are. You can feel it from the Ryatsu, right? Those dirty bastards are trying to gang up and take Zaraki out while he's weakened from battle. They reckon if they can take out Zaraki, this battle's as good as won. And I reckon they probably right and all. Looking at the Ryatsu within Sarate, there's barely anyone left who could put up a real fight. If Zaraki dies now, that'll be the turning point. No matter what it takes, we can't afford to let Zaraki die now. Why did you cut this? Why? I know, I love the filler fight. I do. I like it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you could have had, because there was no scene after the credits, okay? You could have had all the shit with Ichigo and Uryu and them. You could have had that after the credits. There's no excuse for that. Thanks so much for the thanks so. Oh, we missed the Basby shit too. Thanks so much for the calm analysis. Well, if that's the deal, I guess that means we can't afford to let you go and help him now, can we? Who the hell are you here to get in our way? Oh, I've already done that. And then even started figure 3. Why? Why'd you do this? Like, period. You could have had this here and you could have had everything and could have put the Ichigo, Uryu, and all that shit after the credits. Or did what you did, what was it, last week? Where you didn't even have like the end credit shit? You could have had that stuff instead and get this content here. This is some bullshit. I'm so mad that we had this cut. We missed some cool shit between Shinji and Basby. And then there's this. Don't you worry. Once you sink into the lava, you'll be nothing but bones in no time. It'll be much quicker death than Zaraki's. So yes. Oh, where's Kitty? Well, Kitty is over by the window. He's being a kitty. I will give him a pet. But seriously, you cut out all the Shinji and Basby content. Really? Really? I'm really annoyed by this. This is very frustrating. You could have, I'm going to emphasize this. You could have still had this content. You could have still had the Magical Girls Sternritters. You could have had it all. But you were rolling in the deep and decided to say fuck you, not have the content, and just have the end credits instead. I don't understand what you mofos were thinking. Whoever thought that was a good idea is stupid. Like, come on, why would you cut that? I don't understand what the logic was in cutting this, especially when we see Basby later on, like, coming out of nowhere. It just, makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. And I hope they include those scenes. Those scenes better be included in the Blu-rays. If they aren't, that's really fucked up. They shouldn't have to. This shouldn't have had to happen in the first place. There's no reason why these scenes shouldn't have been included here. Why? I just like part of me is just there's no reason that the end credits should be in any of these fucking episodes at this point. Just to have, or like the end credit song and sequences. Just put some of the content in here in the end credits. I don't get it. It's just this is one of those things where it's like, no, this can't be cut. No, don't cut this. Like, there's some things where you can make the argument, okay, maybe you don't need it. Maybe it can be cut. But this shit was shit. Like, you had the Shinji Bankai and then just been like, fuck you, Shinji, we don't need you no more. You can just throw him to the wayside. What the fuck is this? This is some bullshit. Unless you're going to show Shinji and like some deleted scenes in the recap next week, which would be nice. I wouldn't mind that, having this content in the recap. It would to make up for it. I'm not saying I don't like the episode, Alok. I like the episode, but like when the episode when there's content like this cut out, or there's like key content like cut out, it's just like a huge what the fuck for me. I really hate when this happens. Ugh. It's because it's supposed to be a manga to anime adaptation, and in the case of Bleach, that's your Blood War, it's supposed to be manga anime adaptation with filler to add extra context. That's what it is supposed to be for me. It's filler with like cutting like canon content. It's been so frustrating. I do like I love this episode. To an extent, I do like this episode. But she's like, dude, come on. Like, don't cut the canon content like this. But there's also this that was cut as well from Rukia's dialogue. And keep in mind, in terms of dialogue, I'm lenient as hell. Because I know it's not going to be as much as I want it to be with the colored edition of the manga. I want it to be a 1-to-1 translation. I do. But it's not going to happen because that's just how it is. But when there's content like this skit from Rukia, another bolt of lightning, they keep striking around the location where Captain Zaraki's Ryatsu is coming from. We must hurry. Like when that is like cut down to like a simplified line, it's just like a huge what the fuck. Why would you do that? Yeah. Then we get to Ichigo's arrival. Ichigo's arrival was freaking everything. I was so happy with this. But the thing that I'm torn about, though, in terms of Ichigo's arrival, the art animation was great. But the soundtrack, though, I'm like, I kind of want something more. There's instead of like an opening song, a Bleach opening song, from the first core, why not do something like more grand and more badass? Because like the Bambies have their kick-ass like rock song going on. Like Ichigo could have like something really cool happening. But no, you just went the easy way out and just did the opening song for the first core. But also, I do want to mention this too in terms of the art animation, because I know it's nitpicking, but something that has been bugging me is that, and I mentioned this in my live reaction, with Ichigo, like you have like the textures, you have the patterns and stuff on his outfit. They look fantastic, but we can get that, but we can't get the buttons on the freaking Sternritter outfits looking exactly like the manga. We can't get like little detailings like that looking good, but Ichigo, Ichigo looking good. It's it gets frustrating when this happens. Oh man, and then we get then there's the title card. The title card was so epic because the placement of it was literally right where the chapter title, because this is based off of the name of this, or the title of this episode is the same title as chapter 582. and it was right where chapter 582's title is. So I thought that was very, very sneaky. Yeah, it is literally the rendition of Core One's opening song, and it just But yeah, I really love the placement of the title card. I thought that was so perfect. Oh, it was so perfect. But hold on, I need to. Is the oh, okay. Here's another thing that bugs me. Where you have Ichigo looking perfect for the most part. The eyes could look. Granted, the eyes could look a little bit better. The eyes are a little too. What's the word I'm looking for? A little too small. You could make them a little bit longer. There we go. A little too short. Could make it a little longer. But Kenpachi's eye patch looks so bare. You don't have any of the studs on it. It doesn't look metal or anything. It's driving me crazy. But the thing that my Aniplex insider told me, aka Rector at Aniplex, told me, he told me that a lot of the times when you don't get that much detailing is has to do with the studios kind of being a little cheap. And you know why? Because a lot of the studio budget, for those of you that don't know, a lot of the studio's animation budget goes towards hiring the actual talent. It does. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But it's just so fun. It's like Kenpachi's face looks so like looking at it more like the 7:56 second mark. Like Kenpachi's face looks so flat. It does. It doesn't look like when you look at it compared to the manga. It is so flat. There's no dimension, and it's just so annoying. And I just keep thinking, God damn. I have to wonder, how much did they outsource to save money? They cut costs. They had to cut costs here in terms of animation costs. I know people are going to be like, oh, AI. No. This is just Period cutting costs by probably outsourcing to like South Korea or something. I don't think they outsourced to China. I know they will outsource to China and for some of their series. But I think I don't know for Bleach if they outsource to South Korea or to China, but I think it's South Korea if I remember correctly. You guys can let me know. But yeah, it's just so flat. Poor Kenpachi. I feel so bad for him. Yeah, maybe when the Blu-ray comes out, they will improve it. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen because from the footage I saw with the Japanese footage specifically, that they'll improve the quality. Because from what I understand is the anime they have to do what they can to meet a certain deadline. They have to like really push it to meet a deadline. So yeah, once everything's done, yeah, they'll probably make it look a lot better. Well, for the Japanese release, Viz doesn't have a good release compared to the Japanese release. There's a huge difference. But God, Kenpachi looks so bad here. He looks so bad. But then, of course, we get to the Bambies versus Ichigo. Yeah, this was everything. Oh my God. Is this the part? Ooh, yes. I do need to. Oh God, this assault was great. The facial expressions were great here. But there was some. Okay. I do want to mention this though. We had some dialogue that was kind of screwed up. Oh my God. Let me make sure I have it up here. The first part of this fight got all screwed up in terms of the dialogue. Where Latado basically said all the dialogue instead of like Latato was supposed to say part of the dialogue, which is this guy's Kurosaki Ichigo. I'd be worried if he couldn't pull off at least this much. Then Meninus is supposed to say Kurosaki Ichigo, and then Giselle says top of the list of notable talents, and we didn't get that. But God, Meninus looks better here because earlier in the episode, Meninus's eyes look so fucking bad. Oh, they did. They were way too close together, and her nose was way too small. Oh my God, it drove me nuts. But then we got, okay, now let me get to Candace though. Because Candace here, when she launches her next attack, and this is like a little after the 9-minute mark, I think it's like the 9-minute 20, is it the 20-second mark? Yeah, it's like the 9-minute 20-second mark when she's walking up to Ichigo. She looks really stiff and a little too thick, and it drove me freaking up the wall. But I will say this though, at like the 9-minute 30-second mark when she's powering up, her torso looks so much better than it did earlier in the episode when we first saw her. Oh my God, it looks so much better. It looked more like Candace in the torso. But God, she the problem I had though with Candace here at the 9-minute second mark, and a little bit even before, like at the 9-minute like 27, 28-second mark, when she's saying and when we get the close-up of the face, the extreme close-up, she doesn't have her eye. We don't have the one eyebrow raise. It's like, no, why did you get rid of that? And then when she's powering up, and she's supposed to like have her head all the way back, and it's not. And it's like, dude, you just made her look really stiff. Why'd you do that? Ah! But I love how her electricity looks. It looks so good, dude. Ichigo's like, he doesn't give a fuck. I love Ichigo, the look on Ichigo's face. But the Galvano Blast though. Oh, you wish to give me? Well, you could give. Let me post my links here before I forget. You could donate either via my well, there's a few ways. You could donate via Super Chat. There's PayPal. And where are you? Cash App. And there's Cash App. Those are the best ways to help support the channel. Those are the best ways. And it also will encourage me to do a Bleach, like in the case of Bleach, normally I wouldn't do a recap, a stream for a recap episode. But because I haven't covered Bleach anime throughout this core, like in terms of live streams, because this is my first one, I might do one next week to like just cover Bleach anime as a whole, and going through the recap. But donations will definitely encourage me to do it, because right now it's financially it's not looking good for me and the keys. Dude, that's a good point. Like when Candace fought Ichigo, it's very reminiscent of Mereoleona. But I will say this, in terms of Mereoleona, I could be wrong about Mereoleona in Black Clover's animation, but Candace, I think, was a little bit stiffer compared to Mereoleona in the Black Clover anime. Definitely compared to the Black Clover manga, Mereoleona's Tabata's art is a lot more fluid. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Galvano Blast though in the anime, I really hate the camera angle for the I wasn't sure if I hated the camera angle for the Galvano Blast in the anime. I was kind of like 50-50 on it, but looking at it again at the 9-minute 48-second mark, I fucking hate this camera angle. I hate it. I wish the Galvano Blast, because if you look at it in the manga, you see where it's at. Oh, the Bleach manga? Yeah, you can access it. There's multiple ways you can access the Bleach manga. Just look it up. I can't post the link to that. Don't want to get in trouble. Just look up Bleach colored edition, and the chapter we're at right now is chapter 582. Just look that up. You will find it. But yeah, the angle that the cam, I hate this fucking angle. I do. I don't like that it's from behind, even though Candace got a nice ass. But I really would have liked to seen it, because in the manga you see it from the front, and you get to see the nice titty, get the side titty, you get to see her shoot, release the arrow, and it's very, very frustrating. And I don't like how what the anime decided to do with this. This was a huge disappointment. But Ichigo's block of it was nice. Oh, it was nice. Oh, I think this was skipped. Let me make sure I'm right on this. Yeah, this was there. This was not, though. I'm sure it's right. Yeah, this was skipped. Looks like from Ichigo. I hate that this was skipped. Remember what I said about how there's dialogue skipped. No, for no reason. I don't know why this was skipped. That the scene was there, the art animation is there, the dialogue is skipped, and it leaves like even though this moment kind of looking badass, but god damn it frustrates me. Oh, that skipped. And this is like at the 10-minute, 11, 12-second mark. It's this, and this is after Ichigo survives the blast from the shot from Candace. And he says this: looks like all of you are still in perfect shape. I was thinking it could be tough to fight against a bunch of girls, but I'm glad to see I won't have to hold back. This was skipped! This frustrates me. Why would you skip this? There's no reason to skip this. Ugh! I really hope that this was not because it's some woke BS or feminist BS, because there is. Yeah, they skipped that. Yeah, they skipped that. Oh, if you're looking for physical copies, Amazon has physical copies, and digital copies. Those are the best ways to get. Amazon is definitely the best way to get it. Oh, if you haven't watched, you haven't watched episode 8 to download. But yeah, just look up Bleach. You'll find it. Just look up Bleach manga. You'll find it. Trust. Bleach manga has been around for a long time. But yeah, that part was skipped. They skipped Ichigo saying that I was thinking that it could be looks like all of you are still in perfect shape. I was thinking it could be tough to fight against a bunch of girls, but I'm glad to see I won't have to hold back. I really hope it wasn't to appease the fucking feminists. Please, I know Japan has some psycho feminists over there, but I hope it wasn't to appease those fuckers. Seriously, don't tell me it was that kind of shit, because a lot of the raunchy comedy that was supposed to be in part 1 was cut, and I was really pissed about that too. And a lot of the Westerners were like, "Oh, that didn't need to be that." Have you not read Bleach before? That's part of Kumo's comedy, is the raunchy comedy. Why did you not include that? That's like sucking the soul out of Bleach. I'm so annoyed by it. I still am annoyed by it. But yeah, now I think we're getting to the magical girl stuff. Yeah. It's the magical girl stuff. Oh no, we got the box stuff first. Wait a minute. Hold up, Bach. Is your cape looking too clean? Because that will bug me. Let me make sure, because I want this to look good. Dude, the hemming is looking way too clean. Why is this hemming looking a little? Yeah, there's a little bit of tearing up in this hemming, but this should be a little bit messier in the hemming. But at least the cape is moving and the hair is moving, so at least we got that. Then, yeah, then we get to 583, I believe, right? Hold on. I believe this. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting to 583. Here we go. Let me make sure this is right. God, their arrows are so cute. I forgot how cute they were. Oh, okay. Some people were like, what the fuck was with the Looney Tune effects? That shit got me. Oh my god, it got me. I was dead. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Looney Tune effects. Hold on, let me make sure I'm. Ah! When Giselle landed on Candace, like the 10 minute, like 54, 55 second mark specifically, the look on his face was so cute. It was perfection, and we had the amazing look. Oh my god. You can, dude, oh, yeah, I know, right? But dude, I really love the Looney Tunes effects, especially when specifically Giselle landed on Candace. That shit was so cute. The face was adorable. Oh my god, I couldn't take it. And then that shit was so funny. I love the additional like comedy here. I wish there was more. I want more comedy. But when Giselle was saying, "Well, this guy's strong," like a little bit after the 11-minute mark, where was the eyes though? The eyes were not giving the correct expression that we had earlier. I was like, no, no. I'm surprised we're on the same page today. Um, um, Ooh, then we got to execute the bat. Oh, this one pissed me off. I'll get to it in a second here. I think this was it, right? I think this was. I want to make sure I have the right mark. Okay, this right here, like at the 11-minute 22-second mark, really kind of pissed me off. Is when they said series after Candace was telling them to go, and they were like, I don't want to transform. Where was the cute backgrounds? I wanted the cute backgrounds to like really emphasize the comedy. It's really annoying. That's one thing that pisses me off about this anime is when or sometimes pisses me off about this anime is why doesn't it freaking utilize the backgrounds? It will at times, but like it doesn't utilize them enough, especially here with the comedy. And also Giselle's face when he says, "I don't want to. I want to go Volstagg. Volstagg, it tires me out." I wanted the cute face. It wasn't cute enough. It's very annoying. I wanted more from it. The mouth was cute. Nah, the mouth could have been like, yeah, the eyes could have been droopier, and the mouth could have been like a little droopier too. It was supposed to get puppy eye look, and it didn't get puppy eye look. It was very frustrating. Also, I really wish when Candace was saying, "Oh, shut up already," you guys can watch. Then I really where is the expressiveness? I needed this was this should have been over the top. Like, because we were already getting like the goofy, like Saturday morning realness going on. Make this over the top. Go for it. I don't know why they're holding back with this and trying to make it make itself take itself too seriously. Because Kubo is obviously not. Ooh, this fight. Ugh. The fight is not as stiff. The fight is somewhat stiff, but oh, now I remember the other thing that frustrated me too. So like, there's this part here. Let me get the specific page here. This is like the girl's response to the attack. And this is like on page 8 of chapter 583, the top panel, where you have Meninus and Latato and Giselle's as they're watching the fight, and in the background you have Meninus, like she's thinking of like these pink fluffy things and like the luxury life, and then you have Latato thinking of food, and Giselle is thinking of nothing. Like, I wanted to see that up in here. Why didn't we get that? Like, that would have been so amazing and so funny. I'm sad that we didn't get that because I wanted to see the stupidity. I don't understand. That's just you know what? It just makes me think of what Oda was saying in his comment in his interview. Well, I covered this interview too, like twice. About why he went the goofy route with Gear 5, and it's because how he didn't want to take, he was sick of One Piece going the serious route, and he wanted to have fun with it and just like go back to his roots. And it's like, dude, I wanted to see, just looking at this and I thinking about it again, it's like, dude, I kind of wish they were going all the way with this, especially since Kubo was going this route too. He wasn't taking himself too seriously. He didn't want it really feels like Bleach. He didn't want Bleach to take itself too seriously with this fight, and it's sad that we only got like, it feels like kind of half-ass. I don't want to say half-ass, but it feels like it's like halfway there to where Kubo was going with it in terms of the comedy. It's very sad because it could have been so much funnier. Ooh, that light inside of Ichigo's eye. Oh, for the Getsuga Ted show was delicious. Delicious. Woo! God, I forgot how cool this looked. Oh, God. And then we got the hit into the gut. Yeah. And Candace went fucking flying. And this line was skipped too. And I just noticed this. I didn't notice this in my live reaction. And I noticed this now. This is why I'm glad I'm doing this discussion. But this was skipped too. 2 swords, huh? Good thing I've got 2 now myself. Why would you skip this? Why? Why are we skipping content like this? See what I mean? Like, yeah, Kitty knows. See? My Kitty knows. He knows. He knows. He knows. Sano knows this is stupid. Right, Kitty? You know. That's why you came here and meowed. Even you fucking eye bogeys. See? My cat knows. He came over here and meowed. He thought this was stupid. My cat is so smart. My cat is smart. Yeah, he's a smart kitty. He knows my cat is smart. He's a smart Shinigami Keys. He's so smart. Oh, wait, is there more than this that was skipped? Yeah, there was. It says it's supposed to be 2 swords. Good thing I've got 2 now myself. You dumbass, what are you, blind? I got 6 of them. Oh, and the additional Galvano Javelin was skipped? Hold up. Was that skipped? It was skipped. Holy shit, it was skipped. What? Oh my god, this was skipped and then this was too. What? Hold Okay, we're gonna wait on this and see because we're getting into the filler content now. After the filler content, we'll see if the rest of this part is skipped. Because oh my god, why are this has been the story of this freaking core. Like the art and animation is there, but the dialogue is not. Like there's no reason for this dialogue not to be skipped. Like what the fuck? Let's see. Okay. But anyways, now we're getting to the filler here. Oh my god. I love Giselle's transformation. He's so cute. And then we got Meninus and we got Latado's transformations. I love these sequences so much. But Death of God! Ah! Okay. I'm gonna say this about Death of God in a second. Meninus is so cute. Oh my god, she's so cute too. Dude, I love Latado's transformation as well. Oh my god. But God, I swear to God, just Death of God needs a jewelry line. That needs a freaking jewelry line. I want it. I want the jewelry line for Death of God. I could see it. Necklaces, earrings, hell, piercings. I could for belly button piercings, nose piercings. I can freaking see the whole works for Death of God. I can see it. I know it's weird, but God, I'm a huge sucker for skulls and crossbones. I am. Oh, the dumbbell baton combo is so cute. It's like classic magical girl. Okay, I have to say this about Latado's magical girl realness. The first thing that came to mind was Pudding from Tokyo Mew. That's the first thing that popped into my head was Pudding from Tokyo Mew. You've never watched Tokyo Mew? Oh, Tokyo Mew was so good. Unfortunately, the mangaka died. I think she died. She died this past year. Yeah, the artist died this past year. Was very, very talented. But yeah, Tokyo Mew was really good. It's a very cute magical girl series. Oh my god. Yeah, the manga's really good. And then there's the male Tokyo Mew that I covered too, and I love it so much. Is Tokyo Mew Olay. I fucking love Tokyo Mew Olay. Oh, Giselle's attack gives me so much life. Dancing Death Boy Club gives me so much life. I love the different skeletons. They need to be again. It is a jewelry collection. I swear, and a keychain. You can make them into earrings. You can make them into keychains. You could put them on outfit. You could make a full clothing line with this. Oh my god, seriously. This is shit that you would see in old school, like I'm talking old school Hot Topic, like before they sold themselves out to Twilight and the normies. This is shit that this between this and freaking Sarada's new design, I'm getting so much nostalgia. Oh my god, I've been getting so much nostalgia for old school Hot Topic lately. I hate that Hot Topic was hijacked by freaking normies. Oh, it drives me nuts. But God, this color palette is just so. I love this color palette though. This color palette just gives me so much life. Oh, that's what makes it even better is the color palette. I love this color palette so much. I'm not gonna lie, this also looks like something that Betsy Johnson, and I love Betsy Johnson. I've actually tweeted with Betsy Johnson before, and she's watched my content. She watched the video I did covering all my Betsy Johnson stuff that I own. But that was years ago. But God, I could see this like on Betsy Johnson, like bags and stuff. Oh my God, I would live if that was the case. I love this. I love this so much. Me too. Love it so fucking much. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love this attack so much. Oh God, Giselle is so freaking cute. I can't with him. Giselle is best boy for a reason. He's just so freaking cute. I know Mofo's gonna call me transphobic. I don't care. Giselle is a trap, and trap is not a slur. Get over it. Oh my God, Giselle. Oh, the Hugging Babies is so cute. Oh my God, oh my God. Not as cute as Kitty. Kitty is cuter. Kitty is very much cuter. Yes, he is. Oh, the golden clamp. Oh no, that's right. When Giselle got beheaded by the golden clamp. And I'm not gonna lie, now that I think about it, it kind of makes me think of Futurama, the clamps. Kitty, say hi to the people, kitties. Kitty deserves more attention and more love. Yeah, my kitties, my clamps. Whoa. And then there's this the semicircular dump. Oh no, the beheading! No, poor Giselle. Whoa. And then there's Sunder Candace. Sunder Candace. God, I love her. I love Candace. Let me make sure this line is here. Okay, the line that isn't here, it was supposed to be, here's the full line. It's supposed to be, I hope you're deflecting my little technique with your little technique hasn't got you all smug or anything. That smug look can wait until we see if you're still breathing after this. Part of the line is there, but not the full line. But at least it's there, unlike other parts of the freaking dialogue. Been so much dialogue skipped this court. Not to be fair, not as much dialogue as the first court. Oh my God, there was so much dialogue skipped. But this court, as I said, what frustrates me is this court, the content was animated. The dialogue could be inserted there. It just wasn't. Oh, here's the electrocution. Here we go. Oh, here it is. The show it to me make it. Oh yeah, here it is. It is there. Okay, I just didn't see it. It's the first part of it that wasn't there. Okay. But then there's the Getsuga 10 show. Yeah. Or the Getsuga Jiji show. Okay, then we get into the chapter 584. Ooh, God. This looks so good. And we have you said you idiot dodge. And then it jumps to the stump. We don't have the stuff with the key. That's one thing that I thought was interesting. That we didn't see the stuff with, we didn't see Hashwalt. Maybe we'll see it at the start of next episode. I doubt it, but where Bach tells Hashwalt to get the key out. But anyway, we get to the stump here, which is at page 9 of chapter 584's adaptation of the manga. The stump looks actually pretty nice, and we have blood gushing from it, which is good. And the facial expression looks great in the close-up. Even though we're supposed to... No, are we supposed to see both of our eyes? We could... I'll give it a pass on this one, because there's a dialogue bubble. Yes, the body movement is great. Her head could be thrown back a little bit further. I know it's nitpicking, but for the most part, this looks actually pretty good. This, in terms of Candace, body positioning and stuff, this looks really nice. Then we get the Gigi. Oh, this was great. This facial expression gave me so much life. Yeah. Oh, you really don't mind. The stars in his eyes are so cute. Yeah, Gigi looks so cute. But I wish we had the background though. Why can't we just use backgrounds? Aww. But this part wasn't here though. This bugged me. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, this part wasn't here, which kind of bugged me. This should have been here. Because this part not being here is really ridiculous because it foreshadows what happens later on when we get to the zombie arc, which is this. Well, whatever. Sorry. Okay. Well, whatever. I guess I'll do it. I guess it doesn't make any difference anyway, since we're both Quincy's. It's not like I'd be able to zombify you unless you were dead anyway. Why would you skip this when we're going to see Bambi turn into a zombie? Like, this was foreshadowing that. Why would you skip that? We had this kind of shit happen last week. With Yashiro with the instincts content getting cut out. Why would you cut this? This is supposed to foreshadow Bambi getting turned into a zombie. And there's no reason for this to get cut since the content is there. But Gigi giving Candace the new arm was kind of cool. The animation looked pretty sick for it. I wouldn't have mind seeing a close up of that. I don't know why we didn't get a close up of that. That was pretty cool too, actually. Let's see. The episode before that already foreshadowed Bambi getting turned. No, I don't think the episode before it foreshadowed Bambi getting turned into a zombie. But if you're talking about Yashiro, the episode, it didn't foreshadow in terms of Kenpachi's Bankai. It didn't foreshadow it like it was supposed to. The tingling stuff, that was the minimum, but like there was more context to it in terms of the narration. It was like the bare minimum. But in terms of the Bambi zombie stuff, there was no excuse there was no excuse to cut this. None. Because this was important in terms of foreshadowing that content, which I think was there a fight after Kamamura? You can make the argument for that. But this though, like, I really feel like in terms of Gigi turning Bambi into a zombie, I feel like this dialogue is kind of significant for that reason though, because you get more context in terms of why Gigi is able to turn Bambi into a zombie. Let's see. Oh, and then we're gonna get to Basby. Ooh, and there's the Basby. Oh God! Now you see why I'm annoyed that Basby not being in the episode earlier is kind of annoying. Because Basby saw the same light that they all did, and we didn't. And yeah, I know we saw Basby seeing the light earlier, but goddamn, I really wanted that shit with Shinji. Ah, that's annoying. Kitty, you wanted it too. Oh, and your fucking eye bogies. See, that was in your eye, Kitty. Ooh, the Basby betrayal. And I also wanted to see Finger 3. Okay, now I need to talk about Basby's Volstagg because this really bugged me. The wings, in terms of shape, no problems with. The halo, however, the disc part, not a problem. The spikes or the thorns coming out of the halo / crown, that's where I got an issue because they are, if you look at the manga, they are way too small. They're way too short.
They should be way longer than this. And also this color palette, no ma'am. I like the effects going on in it. It looks cool, but this should be looking more like fire. This should be having like more yellows and oranges up in there to give a fire effect. Because Mofo we didn't see it with Shinji, but he was shooting lava at him, for fuck's sake. Give us the fire realness. This don't give me fire. I want to see fire up in there. It's close. It's close to being perfect, but man, those crown is just too short. The points coming out of the crown are too short. It's just so close yet so far. Oh God, it is. But God, I just wish there was some more yellow and oranges up in there. Basby's design has been, I will say this about in terms of Basby's design, especially in the face, it's been inconsistent for me this entire time, and it really annoys me. Yeah, especially that face. It could look so much better. It don't look good in the face here, for example. Don't like it in the face. Here's, oh yeah, Hanana, you have just not looked good in this anime, huh? You're just never gonna look good in this anime. Okay, now this is the one thing I wasn't sure about. Is Mayuri being the one to reveal the truth about what happened with Ichigo going down the Sarate the way he did. Hold on, let me make sure I have the right thing. I want to make sure I have the right term here. Let's see, the Oken. I'm torn about because in the manga, Bach is the one that explains about the Oken and stuff like that. But here it's Mayuri that is explaining the Oken. So like when we get back to Ichigo, it just looks really kind of awkward when Ichigo attacks or goes to attack Bach, at least in my opinion. But I'm like 50-50 on this. I'm 50-50 where I kind of like it and in terms of like the visual exposition, but at the same time, you could have done this with Bach and had a really cool visual exposition with it too. But the content is here, so I'm for the most part okay with it. But the other thing that's bugging me, and it was bugging me here, is with Shinsui. Because the thing that I thought was weird here is we had this content, which I believe is in like the 600s. Now I could be correct about this. It's like 604, I think it is, if I remember correctly. With and this is in regards, obviously, to the threat that's in the Soul Palace. Let me make sure I have the right marking here on the anime. Make sure I have the right. Let me make sure I am right, because this will bug me. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, with Ukitake. Yeah, with Ukitake saying that the Soul Palace is the target, and it's like in the 600s. I thought it was the weirdest placement to have it here, and then have then we have the shot of Aizen, which is the title page for chapter 617 here. Like, if anything, if you're going to have that content here in this episode, that should have been after the credits. Why is it here of all places? I thought that was so random. And at least in my opinion, it made where is it? Let me find it here in the episode. I think it was here, right? Yeah, it was like around a little bit before the 18-minute, like 20-second mark, I believe. Yeah, it was around the 18-minute 12, from the 18-minute 12 to 18-minute 20-second mark. I just thought this was so random to have this here compared to like maybe like the end of the episode, or like or hell, you could have had this at the start of, even have this at the start of not next week's episode because of the recap, but at the start of the week of the episode the week after. It just was so random to have this here. I don't know why maybe they thought to put this here to just include Aizen for fan service, but it just was so weird to have this here, in my opinion. But I'm very curious what you guys think about that, and think about the change to have Mayuri do the explanation of what's happening instead of Bach. I just thought that was such a choice. That was weird. I'm torn on it, where I'm like, okay, I can kind of understand it. It looks cool. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of wish Bach did it, because now it looks really awkward with Ichigo just going, when we return to Ichigo, see him just like charge a Bach, and it looks awkward. Plus, the connection with Bach and Ichibe, like that was like the foreshadowing of Ichibe versus Bach from that conversation was interesting. I agree that that Period is doing better with Bleach than Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku, and the reason behind that is because, unlike with Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku, Period invested in this production team. And I said this in my Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku videos, and I got shit for it. That Mappa did not invest in that production team. They did not give a shit about Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku. They didn't, well, to an extent, they didn't care. Because from what my Aniplex insider told me, aka the director that I'm friends with, he said that Mappa is known for investing in or spending a good chunk of change of the anime production into recruiting talent. And they obviously did not do that for Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku. And it frustrates me because Kaku and I have communicated multiple times. And Kaku was watched by Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku and a Yashiman content. So like this goes back, like Kaku and I have like communicated for like we tweeted each other several years now. I think since like 2017. So like seeing this shit happen to Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku like really pisses me off. But in terms of Bleach, in terms of art quality wise, outside of like a few hiccups here and there, and yeah, well, Bach has not looked good in this anime. In terms of like facial structure and stuff like that. But like there's other problems in this episode. But compared to Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku, this looks like a fucking masterpiece. Let's be real, right, Kitty? Kitty, please. Oh my god, it does. But anyways. I just really wish this was utilizing backgrounds more. I don't understand why Period's not doing that. That really frustrates me, especially during the Bambi's fight where it's like extremely comedic. You could have done so much with that. Same. I was hoping Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku was going to be. If you've ever watched the anime adaptation of March Comes In Like a Lion, that's what I really want. Some of the Sakuga for March Comes In Like a Lion is what I want, like the painting art style and stuff like that they use there. That's what I wanted for Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku. Anyways, but then we got the squad here returning, of course. Oh, I forgot. This part was skipped, and I need to mention this. It will first of all, we didn't get to see Nanana get a shot at Ichigo. That was cut. Why are we cutting Nanana out of this shit? That annoyed me. But this was let me make sure the whole thing was here from Renji. There's the burner finger one. Whoa, wait, what? So Renji's dialogue was cut. Okay, so this is what it was supposed to be. And the problem is with this anime sometimes, and also Renji fucking was supposed to basically like, it was supposed to look like Renji almost cutting fucking Ichigo's head off, and he didn't. And the look on Renji's face is so freaking serious. I can't stand when this does this, where it looks like it's taking itself too seriously. But this is what was cut here. Besides also the comedic expression of like, what the fuck, bro? What'd you do that for? Was this? Well, that was damn close, eh? You were almost a goner there, Ichigo. You almost cut my head off. Oh, don't make a fuss. I didn't cut you, did I? Now go. I won't let you. I won't let these guys pass. That was cut. And then when I think, make sure I'm right on this. When Renji says, I don't know all the details, but you've got to settle business with the Quincy leader, right? We don't get the shot of Bach. Why? Like, come on. We can be getting some good visual exposition up in this anime, but you're not going to do that? Like, come the fuck on. This is just... Dude, I love Nanana's. I should point this out in terms of the Volt, but that's another thing too that's different is the Quincy have their Volstangs like all out, and they have them all out, which they do not in the manga from what I'm seeing here. But Nanana's Volstang looks so sick. I'm digging it. I love this orange. This orange for Nanana looks so sick. I wish some of that orange was in Basby's Volstang. If some of that orange was in Basby's Volstang, oh my god, it would look so much better. Oh my god. Because right now I can't stand it. It's too red. It's not giving fire. But god, I love this orange. I love this orange. It looks so cool. And then there's the cherry blossoms. Here we go. The cherry blossoms of Byakuya. That looks so good. Oh, there's the side by side. Let me make sure. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, everyone's positioned is positioned correctly. Yep. No one's looking too stiff. Everyone's looking pretty good. Okay. Let me get to the next part, which would be the Uryu and Ichigo content, which would be here at page 8 of chapter 586's adaptation of the manga. But man, I'm telling you, we're going to be getting the trap stuff next episode. We are. We're going to be getting the Yumachika outing Giselle next episode. But God, that arrow from Uryu looks so good. Ooh, it looks good. God, I wish that we were getting more backgrounds, like emphasize their reactions. But oh, I do want to mention this. The soundtrack here. Oh, the soundtrack here with the chorus and the orchestra. Woo! The soundtrack was giving me life. I loved this soundtrack. This is what I mean in terms of like a soundtrack really, like the music really enhancing a scene. Whoa, this did. Oh, this did. Oh my God. But yeah, he ain't going back. But there's the other problem I'm having with Ichigo's with Ichigo's animation in particular. Uryu, he's fine. But Ichigo, like the mouth, perfect. The eyes, I'm not believing it in the eyes in terms of voice actors doing fine. It's the mouth is great. The eyes are not giving me what it needs to give. Let's see. Yeah, Ichigo's eyes have been a problem in terms of animation for me anyway. But then we're going to get to the hypocrisy in a second. Boruto fans, you will know what I'm talking about. Which is Orihime. Yeah. Orihime in her boobalicious outfit. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I've seen Boruto fans call this out because the same mofos that have been giving shit to Sarada's design, post-time skip design, have been like living for Orihime and her boobaliciousness. It's just like a huge what the fuck. Really? Really? Because Sarda and Orihime are around the same age, but yeah, give or take a couple years. But yeah, you're going to be all pissy about Sarda, but nah, Orihime is fine. God, I fucking hate these people. I hate these people. Piss me off sometimes. I will say this though, in terms of Orihime, she's a little bit stiff. Like, I don't know what it is, but like up here in the shoulders, yeah, usually from the chest up is where we've been seeing a lot of stiffness lately. It's weird. I don't know why they keep doing that. And we've seen it in manga too. Best example of, well, we're not seeing as much in Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest anymore with Atsuo's art, but it's still there. But man, where this episode has ended, which I think is 586, I believe. Are we seeing anything in 587? No, it's 587. The start of 587. Yeah, it started 587 is where the episode ended. So in terms of this episode, we did have compared to other episodes, we didn't have we had quite a bit of content skipped this episode. In Core 2, there was more, I would say there was more content skipped this episode compared to some of the other episodes in Core 2. But Core 1, in the first Core, we definitely had way more content skipped, or just about as much content skipped in Core 1. No, I think Core 1 had a little bit more content skipped, if I remember correctly. Especially in at least the first episode. Oh my god. Yeah, I would say Core 1 had more there was episodes of Core 1 that had more content skipped than this episode. Oh god, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, Core 1 definitely had more content skipped. Episodes with more content skipped than this episode. But the filler, I really did enjoy. I love the extended fight with the Bambis. I can't wait for we know the Yumachika content is coming. It's going to be happening soon. If it's not at post recap, it will definitely be the episode after that. If it's not, I'm going to be furious. It has to happen before this core ends. It has to. There's no way in hell it doesn't happen after the recap. No way. But yeah, I'm very curious what you guys thought of this episode overall. I'm very curious if you guys are putting up with, or if you guys are dealing with the Giselle fuckery yet. Like I have been dealing with. I'm not looking forward to dealing with it more. Oh God, I'm really not looking forward to dealing with this, especially since I don't get paid enough to deal. Oh, I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit. I really don't. Also, if you guys have not checked out the community tab, I do have a poll set up for tomorrow's stream if I'm going to do One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, or a free for all Q&A. Let me look at my phone and see if I got any donations, which would be freaking amazing because I need all the help I can get. Of course not. I'm not blessed in life. My life is not blessed like this, unfortunately. I try so hard and my work does not pay off, unfortunately. It just sucks. It really does suck. Oh God, I swear people are I swear people are in fucking denial. They are saying that Giselle could be rewritten as trans. Motherfucker, Giselle is not going to be rewritten as trans. You can believe that shit all you want. Giselle said Boku in the anime multiple times this week. You are not going to see a trans Giselle. You're not. He said Boku in the fucking anime. Plus, Kubo already said, he's already fucking told you guys that freaking Giselle is a guy. Like, what else do you want from him? What else do you want? The fan wiki that you are referring to is the same kind of fuckery. I know I have to go on this rant, but my fucking God, these people piss me off. I just saw this on my Twitter feed. But these motherfuckers don't seem to understand that the fan wiki, yeah, they did the same shit to Bridget. They did the same shit to Yamato. And you know what? With Bridget, guess what? The Japanese site still says Bridget is a guy. Yamato, it's already been proven multiple times that Yamato is a girl and Giselle is a guy. The Bleach, if you're going to come for Giselle, the Bleach fandom is going to fuck you up. That's just how shit is. I at least hope they will fuck you up because I just can't deal with this. No. This is getting ridiculous and it is not getting paid enough for this shit. I am not getting paid enough for this shit. I'm really sad, especially since, I'm not getting donations via Super Chat. I'm not getting donations via Cash App and PayPal. I know I'm probably coming off as a bitch, but I mean, I work really hard to do this stuff. I really do. But God damn it. I hope you guys do appreciate what I'm doing. I really do. Anything that can be done, whether it's watching these streams, liking these streams, sharing these streams, do it. If this stream does not get enough support, I just am not going to do one next week. I might not be around next week, considering my situation, unfortunately. Story of my freaking life. This sucks. Right, Kitty? Oh, Kitty is too busy doing kitty things. He doesn't care either. But anyways, we're hitting the 2-hour mark. So I've ranted all I need to rant about this week's episode. If you guys want me to do a live stream recapping or just on Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War in general, because next week is a recap episode. Please either donate or, well, obviously sharing it and commenting helps, but man, you got donating will really incentivize me to do it. It really does help, whether it is Cash App, whether it is PayPal, or well, obviously there's super chats YouTube does take from, but still. Anyways, well, Kitty, looks like we're going to conclude this, and since there's no questions and whatnot, we're going to make sure our AC's on so we're not suffering in 95-degree heat. But let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my kitty, and this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Bleach content. Few ways you can do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That is in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.